What's up, y'all? Christopher Smith, League of Dads Talk Radio, League of Dads TV. That organization to my left, you're right. Membership to the League of Dads, $250. You could pay that via MoneyGram, Western Union, or you could send me a money order to P.O. Box 115, Moyock, North Carolina, 27958. You make the money order out to me, Christopher Smith. Omen Osirus. I tell you, this lame fuck couldn't have picked a better day to fuck with me. It is Thursday, and it is my back-to-back attack, and I got all my fucking guns blazing on you, fat boy. Follow me. Got warrants out for your arrest for non-payment of child support. Mr. Omen Osirus can't do shit for you. Let me say that again. If you have warrants out for your arrest for non-payment of child support, Mr. Omen Osirus can't do shit for you. If you have a warrant out for your arrest for non-payment of child support, if your license is suspended for non-payment of child support, or your license is suspended because of tickets and or fines, Omen Osirus can't do shit for you. You come on over here to the League of Dads, and we'll get your license reinstated for you. People, Omen Osirus, as you well know in my first video, came at me today, called me out, said, in fact, if I have a set of balls, I will meet him as a man. I told this fat fuck, for you, I'll make a special fucking trip. I was going to go to Orlando today. I was in Newark last week, and I told y'all last week that I will be in Orlando next week. Did I? I don't know. I'm all over the place because I have a license. Do you have one, Mr. Osirus? So, Mr. Osirus, can you, by 5 o'clock tomorrow, which is Friday, can you let me know if you can meet me in Plainfield, New Jersey? I said the White Castle, but I'm talking about the McDonald's on Route 22 in Plainfield, New Jersey. It's only one there, across the street from the Sears. Can you meet me there on Saturday at 2 o'clock? Me and you, mano y mano. I run circles around you, fat boy. Stay in your fucking place when you talk to me, you bitch. It is an honor for me to get on this fucking video here today and bust your ass and call you out for the fucking fraud that you are. Let me get into it. I'm going to tell you the difference between the League of Dads and the differences with Omen Osirus. Let me continue. You call Omen Osirus, you say, Mr. Osirus, they got a warrant out for my arrest for non-payment of child support. Let me tell you what Mr. Osirus is going to say. Section Code 2-5-3-1 says you're an obligor. You're not supposed to be having you're not supposed to have a child support case anyway. Am I lying? How many people out there dealt with Omen Osirus? And let's be clear. You're talking to me, but I know who you are because you used to fuck with Omen Osirus, but you're down with me now. I know who you are. But Mr. Osirus will tell you, Section Code 3-2816 says you're not even supposed to be paying child support. I know, motherfucker, but they got a warrant out for my arrest. And they suspended my license. Take this piece of paper and then go to court and tell them this. That's what Mr. Osirus will tell you. What Chris Smith tells you is, give me your information and your caseworker will call you and tell you your shit is dropped. What code is that, Mr. Osirus? Mr. Osirus is running around telling people you don't have to be an obligor. I asked Mr. Osirus, what are the contingencies based on me going to court? And he couldn't tell me about any contingencies. People, I tell and speak in clear English. There are no contingencies when I speak. Ain't nothing changed. I tell you, you call me out, I'll be there. Mr. Osirus, 2 o'clock, Route 22, Plainfield, New Jersey, the McDonald's. There's only one. I'll be there. The difference between Mr. Osirus and myself is I want to educate you on your problem. Mr. Osirus talks in codes. He talks in codes because he don't want you to understand that he's telling you you're going around in circles. Am I lying? Mr. Osirus' logic is, instead of paying child support, surrender your social security card, surrender your driver's license, live under a fucking rock, and your life would be all good. People, I'm here to tell you, that is not the society in which we live in. I have a driver's license. I drive everywhere. You tell Mr. Osirus, hey man, I got a letter to come to court today because I didn't pay my child support. Mr. Osirus will tell you, section 3-152 says you're not obligor. Go there and tell him you're no longer going to be an obligor. Ask Mr. Osirus what are the contingencies with that. Mr. Osirus want to tell you in codes. If you look under my videos, Mr. Osirus like to talk in codes. So Mr. Osirus, since you want to talk in codes, let me give you one code. New Jersey code, statute, whatever the fuck. This is what they told me when I went to court. Anyway, Mr. Osirus, they told me when I went to court, New Jersey code state XYZ states that you are obligated to come in here and tell us all about your financial income. My response to that, Mr. Osirus, was, the code statute of my father says this family is discreet. We don't tell people our business. Mr. Osirus like to break codes down to you. This is what Mr. Osirus told me. I give him $500 and he give me a book. I said, no, homie. I give you $500, you do everything. I don't want to know no book because once again, people, I'm man enough to say, Mr. Osirus, I don't know nothing about what you know. I'm proud of it. That's what makes us different. People have a choice here. But you want to call me out? Just make sure you answer the phone, bitch. Just make sure you answer the phone. I'm built for this shit, bitch. Okay? I'm 47 in December. I'm built for this. You pick the right one. I'll see you whenever. I'm going to see you, though. You pick the right one. Fuck all your little dumb talk. You pick the right one. You pick the right one. So, back to your lame-ass fucking logic. Mr. Osirus will tell you code section 8-2-1 XYZ says that you're not supposed to be an obligor, this and all that of the federal subpoena code of the dash. Let me take you back to a client. Kurt and his wife told me about a do-in-law. I told Kurt and his wife I never heard of that shit before. And I'm going to tell you why I never heard of that shit. Because New Jersey doesn't do that. Just like in Minnesota, it's a felony for you when you don't pay your child support. Is it like that in Jersey? No, it's not. So that bullshit that Mr. Osirus is talking about, ask him how effective that is in your jurisdiction. Because let me let you in on a little secret, because I went to school for law. I went to school to talk the law that you understand. I went to school to break down law and everything. So Mr. Osirus, on my other video, he said, you telling individuals, what about section, they're governed by section 2-38216. Mr. Osirus, why are you talking in codes? Can you simply just say they're governed by the ethics committee? So since you like to throw out license and codes and everything, Mr. Osirus, let me tell you what your problem is. You're reading United States Code, and then local, they're called local laws, hence the term local loopholes. Let me give you an example, Mr. Osirus. In Pennsylvania, if you don't submit your information 14 days out, when you try to bring it when you come to court, they don't have to take it. You're supposed to submit it 14 days out. Mr. Osirus, when you become an officer of the court, an attorney, what the courts do is they issue a book to all attorneys that only attorneys get. And it's in that book. It's called Local Laws. We call it local loopholes. And all the people, like regular folks like myself and my members, the motherfuckers that you said that weren't a man, because they come to me, and they got to be a man to come to you. See, they don't get this book. And they don't get this book, so they go to court and they get railroaded by local loopholes. So that bullshit that you're talking about, it don't work. Because what you're talking about is law from the 1920s. You're going back to the Emancipation of Proclamation. You're going back to 1865. Mr. Omen Osirus, God, like I said, I'm just Chris. I don't have no fucking jiggy name. I'm just Chris. I'm in class right now for nursing. I tell everybody there to call me Alvin. Because I don't have no street jiggy name. You're Omen fucking Cyrus. My friend asked me, what's his real name? I said, I don't know. But Mr. Osirus, that shit you talking about is outdated. Laws are smart. Like everybody would say that listen to me, I tell people that I went through the child support shit back in the 90s. Mr. Osirus, Child support has evolved. So that shit that you're talking about, it don't work. It don't. It don't. Because if I knew what you knew, let's be clear. If I knew what you knew, I'd charge $100. And I'll have $100 million in a year. That's what I told you on my video. Child support is a fraud. That's what I told you. I told you that last year or earlier this year. I told you that then. And I'm saying it now. Mr. Omen Osiris, I had a gentleman on my video. Omen Osiris is a fraud. He told me we should have a debate. Mr. Omen Osiris, I can't debate you. I don't know what you know. I'm man enough to say that. So be man enough to meet me up in New Jersey at 2 o'clock on Saturday, you fucking bitch.